What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and international award winning Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. So, tonight's episode is going to be a special one, and I hope everybody hits that like button, hits that heart button, hits that frowny face button. It don't matter. Just hit something. Cry with us when we cry and smile with us when we smile, because on this show, we're here for you. So tonight, we are going to learn why Maude had to change her reality to cope with the loss of a life. So I want to introduce to you Maude Miller. Hi, Maude.
Hi,
Thank you
Jeff.
so much for joining me.
Of course, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's pretty darn cool that you're on here tonight, and I am going to be inviting some people on my phone. But I first will ask you if you will please tell my audience your name, where you're from, what you do, and more importantly, why you do what you do. I would appreciate it.
Well, my name is Maude Miller. Um, I live in Arizona currently, but I was born and raised in Missouri. Lived for quite a while, 21 years in Hawaii. Um, I do what I do because of my daughter. My daughter Alyssa was born in February of 1999, and she was diagnosed with cancer in 2004. So just after her birthday in 2004 with cancer. She was diagnosed with bilateral Wilms tumor with a tumor thrombus, which in layman's terms means that she was diagnosed with kidney cancer. It was in both of her kidneys, and it actually went up to her heart. Um, and then she lost her life in 2006 at the age of 7. So,
Man. And what was her name?
Alyssa.
All right. I see, guys, I knew this, but I had to ask so you guys could find it out because she didn't mention that. But we wanted I want to say how sorry I am for the loss of your daughter. And I know we've been talking quite a bit lately, and it's strange the way you talk about it, and you say that you don't really move on with your life. Your life has to change. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, your life has to change because it's not that you're living with it. You're coping with it. You deal with it every day. So you incorporate it into your life. It becomes a part of your normal. It becomes a part of who you are and what you are and what you do and the choices that you make. Just for simple fact that most people don't have to deal with the loss of a child. A child isn't supposed to go through it before a parent. The parent is supposed to go first. That's the way the circle of life is. So because of that, you have to sit there and actually look at things through a different scope because children aren't supposed to go first. So,
Yeah. So can you elaborate a little bit more on looking at things through a different scope?
I can. I've since the loss of my daughter, actually before I lost her, I actually started looking at things differently. I started looking at the way that she actually saw her diagnosis, how she saw what was going on in life, the things that she actually did, the things that she wanted to do, the things who she wanted to be. So I started living my life the way that she saw life through the eyes of a child. A child is so amazing. If you sit and you listen to them and you pay attention to what they actually have to say, a kid is so very honest and pure in thought. They say what they think. which is sometimes kind of hurtful, but they do say what they think and what they feel. And their thoughts and feelings are unique. I mean, we don't look at things as, okay, well, can I get through whatever this is so I can go play? Instead of, can I get through this in order to do something else or something additional with regards to my treatment? So changing the way that you look at things, just looking at things through the eyes of a child. Kids are so amazing.
Jim Rohn, I believe it is. It might not be Jim Rohn, but somebody, I don't know, it's one of my favorite quotes. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's kind of what you just said, that if we look at things through a child's eyes, we live more like a child and happier because we aren't worried about everything all the time. So that is pretty awesome. Guys, we're talking to Maude Miller tonight. Alyssa was her daughter. She was diagnosed at 5 years old with a rare form of cancer, and then she died at 7. And we are learning a little bit about how her reality had to change to cope with it. And it's not just about moving on, because you don't move on, you change everything in your life. So this is a very powerful episode. I ask you again, if you would please hit that thumbs up button, hit that heart button, hit that cry face button, whatever you want to hit. Just send us some likes. Go ahead and share this video out too, because you never know whose life we're going to be able to touch or even save. So I thank you guys so much for staying on here tonight. And we have a few people that I would like to say hi to. So hi to Naveen Sudjan. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. Hi to Maria, and hi to Alicia. Hi to Steve. Hi to Michelle. Hi to Nikki. Hi to Nicole. That's kind of funny. And then hi to Sarah. Hi to Brittany. And I thank you guys so much for watching this, because again, this is going to be very powerful, because I know Maude and she is an awesome woman. So
Thanks,
I
Jeff.
thank you again for joining me tonight. So I have to ask, what was it like watching your daughter go through this?
Well, difficult watching it. It's something that I wanted to take away, and I wanted to live it myself. Every parent wants to go and take that pain away from their child and make something better for them, give them a chance at life. Watching a child so young not be able to actually live and go out and play and be normal and be excited about going to school. She went to school for only part of her 6th grade year. So she never made it into kindergarten. She was supposed to, and then she got sick. She was literally supposed to start that year with school. So watching a child not be able to go to school and make friends and be normal, watch out what she actually touched or who she was around or what kind of things she came in contact with. All of those things made it so that she couldn't be a kid. She couldn't enjoy life. She couldn't go and just be. So of course it was laid on me to actually go and make it fun. So we'd go and she'd be in the hospital. We'd draw on windows or we would go and she would have a parade down the hall in the hospital, or she would go and she would have drawings depending upon whether or not she was actually in isolation or not. Kids, when they're in isolation, they're in a room that is literally vacuum sealed. It's really strange. You walk into a room, it's an outside room where you're actually supposed to go and change clothes or whatever that way and put on basically what people have been wearing since all this stuff happened. And then move on into her room. just so you didn't take anything to her because she would, she was immune compromised, so her counts were low. So we'd actually go and we'd actually make it fun. We'd bring in arts and crafts and games, and she was killer at gin. she could whoop anybody at gin.
Yeah. Killer Jen, huh? So your daughter was a young gambler.
Yeah, she was. Well, she asked she asked
Did
to learn how
she
to
go
play.
to Gamblers Anonymous?
No.
Did she admit being a gamblaholic girl?
No. She
Why
actually,
not?
because she played for candy.
Oh, well, that's kind of gambling.
You're playing
So
for candy.
I'm trying to lighten the mood right now because I don't know that this is some difficult stuff we are hearing, and I don't know, it makes me feel more comfortable to laugh sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. We all have our moments to laugh, and she had fun. That little girl had a thing with clippy clop shoes. So she'd walk down. Yep, that's what we called them. Well, she called them
Flip flops.
No, they were, the plastic shoes that you can actually buy at the store. If you walk down the little girl aisle and they have the crowns and the little dresses and the whatever, but they have the plastic shoes. Man. She would always go and she would find those shoes and she would walk down the hallway in the hospital and she made a clippy clop sound. So she called them clippy clop shoes.
That's pretty awesome. So clippy clop shoes. I like that.
So there you go. She was definitely the kid with the fun.
Yeah, that's cool. So I know that from talking to you just before the show that you just got some news, right?
I did.
And can I ask about that news?
It wasn't good news. It was news of a friend. She's been in the hospital for a while and she's not doing good. So her family is sounding like they're going to be saying goodbye to her, which is not good. So again, something else striking really close to home. I have a hard time with hospitals, so I probably won't go. But
understood. So all right, it seems weird to me, but like on social media especially, we only see the highlights of people's lives. We only see the good things that are going on. We don't usually hear about the bad things. We don't normally hear about the adversities, the challenges they're facing. So do you believe that each and every person out there is going to face something?
Absolutely.
And when can they expect to experience something?
I don't know. I think it happens to different people at different times. I mean, things happen when you're not least expecting it, actually. I mean, you see it coming and everybody does it's not going to happen. It'll be good. It'll pan itself out, or, they deny exactly what's happening. Even no matter what it is, people sit there and look at it and go, oh, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, see, I tend to say that it's not a matter of if it's going to happen to you. And I'm not saying what that if is, because that if can be many different things. But it's a matter of when. Not if, but when. Because I guarantee it's going to happen to you. Something is going to come along and break your spirits and pull you down. But if Les Brown says, if things pull you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. So how exactly did you get up after your Alyssa passed away?
It was rough. Um, I mean, I had several different times that I actually had to get up. Um, I learned very early when she was diagnosed. I talked to another mom. She sat there and she's like, "Well, what are you going to do?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know what I'm going to ask or how I'm going to make things happen. I don't even know what I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes." So I actually took that and actually changed it around. So if I can take those 5 minutes and I can change those 5 minutes, then I change the next 5 minutes. And I change the next 5 minutes, and then I change. And then by the
So
time that I'm done,
you're
I changed the day.
I'm sorry, but this is a big point that I think everybody needs to take away from this. Live in 5 minute increments. I'm not saying you can't die in those 5 minutes. I'm not saying that something bad can't happen in those 5 minutes, but live for those 5 minutes. In fact, you can live by my motto and live for each second. It's so important that you do so. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. You could be like her 5-year-old daughter and get a diagnosis of cancer and not make it till you're 8, but die when you're 7. I know, sad. It's not a good thing to say, not a good thing to experience, but it's part of life. Hopefully it's not part of your life, but it's part of somebody's life. And it's part of Maude's life. So I'm still so sorry to hear that. So uh, man, this is difficult. I don't know how you live with it every day
It's
because it's affecting me.
a struggle. I mean, it's something that you deal with. You figure out how to deal with getting out of bed in the morning. This time of year is really hard because, I mean, she loved every time Melissa got to the end of the year, she was so excited at Thanksgiving. I get to cook with mom. She didn't care about anything else. She got to cook with mom and she got to be around family. And we were all off. Mom was off, dad was off. She had the chance to actually spend time with people, all the people that lived around us. We'd do a huge luau type thing where we'd actually all go out in the street, basically block off the street. And that baby would go and she'd wander and talk to everybody and carry on in conversations. She had so much fun. But that was what Thanksgiving was. It was time to spend time with family. And she loved that. She loved Christmas because she got to cook with mom. It wasn't about the presents. It wasn't about putting up a Christmas tree. It wasn't about all the lights and stuff. It was about spending time with her mommy and her daddy and spending time with family. So the takeaway from that is I mean, it's important to go and take that time and spend time with family. I think the biggest thing that has actually come out of all this stuff and the pandemic stuff for the last several years is that people are spending more time with family, spending more time, taking the time to be there, present in every moment instead of taking those moments for granted.
That is great advice. Now, since this show is kind of about helping other people deal with things that they're going through, now hopefully they're not the same as what you had to deal with, but it's something that they're having to deal with. Do you have any suggestions for those people?
Continue to get up. And maybe a struggle, but don't stop when somebody tells you no or tells you can't do it. Defy them. Defy the odds. Defy whatever they said that you can't do and do it. Because when you stop trying to get up and do all those things, you wind up losing a piece of you, a piece of your life, a piece of time that is completely pleasure and should be fun. I mean, life should be fun. Enjoy yourself. Take the time and go and enjoy life and enjoy people and enjoy dogs barking. You know, but I mean, just enjoy life. Do you and be you. Because if you're not you, then what are you doing with your time and energy and effort and all that kind of stuff? It's important.
Yeah.
You know that more than anybody else.
Yeah, I like your advice though. Be you. Have fun. Enjoy. Because you only get one. That's it.
Exactly.
So what are you trying to do? Be like somebody else. They're already taken. Be you. Enjoy your life. Don't enjoy other people's lives all the time. You can some, but not all the time. You have to live for you. You are the most important person in your world. And I realize people might say their kids are the most important in their world, but that's kind of not really true. Because without you as a parent, without you looking out for them, without you helping them survive, how are they going to survive? Are they going to be in an orphanage? Are they going to be with a grandparent or somebody else? I don't know. But you see, you guys have to make every second count to be there for your children. You have to be there to take care of your family. Because if you're not there to take care of your family, who in the world is going to take care of them? And I know you can hire people.
Yeah, but
But
that sounds much fun.
yeah, no.
You
And
know how much fun it is to have kids? Kids are so cool. Like I said, they have such a unique point of view. I mean, I used to do it with my daughter all the time. I'd crouch down, sit down at her level, and look at things from her level just to see what she was actually looking at. Because it's not something that you actually do often as an adult, actually get down at their level and see people's knees or see them walking around and stumbling over things or what kind of shoes they have on or what kind of pants at the bottom. Is it frayed or is it just a straight bottom of the pant? You know, did they draw on the bottoms of their pants? There was a couple of people that did that, you know, but all of those things are things that you see from the point of view of a child. So if you actually crouch down to their level, you can actually go and take on that child's personality. I mean, you get it when you're sitting down, but if you crouch down to their level and actually look at it from their point of view, it's so cool. And it's not something that I never did until I was a parent. You know, I mean, I didn't take the time to actually crouch down and look at something. People sit there and say, go and stop and smell a flower. But instead of going and smelling a flower, take the time to actually go and just look at it from the kiddo's point of view.
crouch down and smell somebody's fart.
No.
Well, that's what I think of when you say crouch down.
No, Jeff.
Like you're down there at butt level.
God, no. Don't get that close.
I'm trying to lighten the mood again. But so is there any way people can get in touch with you if they want to?
Well, I'm on Facebook. You can find me at Maude Miller. And then actually, I think it's actually at Super Mommy 24 2000 on Facebook. And it's the same thing on Instagram. You can find me at either.
Can you say that one more time, please?
At Super Mommy, SUPERMOMMIE 242000. It was in a list.
That's a lot of zeros.
It is. It is. I was 24 in 2000, which is really kind of sad to say, but I was 24 in 2000, and Super Mommy was her name for me. I was her superhero, so she nicknamed me Super Mom.
Well, that's good. Guys, we're here with Maude Miller tonight. Supermom, as she goes by what Alyssa called her. But Alyssa was her daughter. Alyssa was 5 years old when she was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. It was in her liver and went to her heart. And she was 7 years old when she passed away. And she's telling us about the journey of going through everything with her daughter and why she had to change her reality, change the way she did things to cope in the long run, because you don't just move on. And she has told us many ways that you guys can cope with all kinds of things that you're going through. And I just thank you, Maude, because you made this show very, 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 very powerful. And I hope everybody out there has gained something from this show, taken some notes, taken something away from this, and hit that like button, because we all need likes. And hit that share button because everybody needs to hear this positivity. But I just thank you so much. I want to see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will talk to a new person about a different story and more ways that you can get past things. But I need you
We'll be
guys
back.
out there. What?
Said you don't want me to come back next Tuesday? What's wrong with you?
I already have a guess. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, but I need each of you out there to do me a favor, including you, Maude. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Hey, you guys, thank you so much. And how about giving Maude a round of applause? Because we appreciate her. And I hope to see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, take care.